Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hugo Blog Talk Radio. I am your host, Hugo. Now, on the Blog Talk Radio, we're just, this is just Blog Talk Radio of just us just talking about certain topics when it comes to relationships, friendships, how to deal with everyday life in general. I hope everybody enjoyed their first week in January. Last year was pretty crazy, right? But this year is just going to be even crazier, man. During a week of New Year's, before New Year's, there was just people just popping their guns and stuff. And, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. And then, people just cannot wait. And, just cannot wait to just start using their guns and just start showing it off, man. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I hope everybody had a safe week, man. Yeah, a lot of people that I know, they was, I asked them, I was like, what are y'all planning on doing? And then, a lot of people they don't even go out anymore. They just chill and stuff. Well, that's because they just know how crazy society is now, man. Same thing with resolutions, man. This is the new year, so I hope everybody is ready and up to par with, just trying to get things started or just trying to get rid of certain things that's been, slowing down a processing of everyday life, or just trying to, start things new. I seen one lady on social media talking about that too, but she was just so negative about it, just posting something saying that, here we go with all this new year, new me crap. Here we go with this. I just hate it when people say stuff like that, man. And, she just saying that because, her life ain't together and she just too lazy to get her life situated. When people post stuff like that, man, and they know that the positivity is coming, man. They know people with good spirits is, just want to show other people what they trying to do. And then you got people like her and other people, and, men and women in general that post stuff like that, and they just be like, here we go with this crap, here we go, people like that. That's just foolish that's just foolish to me, man. If people like that post stuff like that and it bothers you, just keep it scrolling, man. Just live, man. But they just be stuck in their own little world, man. They just hate to see other people try to get their life situated, and their life ain't nothing, right? Today's topic: why relationships fall apart so fast. Now, this is very common. Back in I remember back then when people date and the relationship lasts within. I mean, it's possible that it wouldn't last long back then, but that would be a shocker, man. But now these days, the new generation, the millennial culture, relationships is falling like what? Dominoes. Because people are coming in the dating world with no knowledge of trying to get the relationship situated, or just trying to get it balanced and just trying to get to know the person, regardless of male or female, man. It goes on both angles. But that's because they all start by going to the wrong source. Instead of them trying to study the person and just trying to take, try to take the knowledge in their own hands, they take advice from people who really don't know how to guide them, man. For example, you could be a man, right? You can be a dude, and all of a sudden, there's this girl that you've been looking at, right? There's this girl that you may like, and you don't know how to approach it. You could be a little shy, or you just kind of nervous of the rejection. And then you see this other dude that you don't even talk to on the regular, but you notice this guy got a lot of girls talking to him, like he is known by having a lot of women talking to him. So the first thing you want to do is approach him, right? That's where your mistake goes in, man. Now, by you being a righteous brother, you got your life situated, or you just trying to get your life together, and you see a person that has it, and you don't. He has the attention, he has the ladies, he has the good public image, man. you look at that and you want that, but at the same time, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what is on that person's mind, dude. And majority of times when people like that have that much attention, they don't know that much, man. They most likely can guide you to that, to what you want to know, because they most likely probably been getting handouts, or they probably was just like you and try to work their way up. But then when they get so much of that noticeability and so much of that attention, it drowns their brain to the point where they just don't think anymore. They end up doing stupid stuff. Like for example, so many pop stars, celebrities and stuff, they post relationship tactics of trying to approach somebody, relationship goals and stuff, but they don't tell you how to deal with certain things when it comes to you trying to express your feelings or just trying to approach a person. Because majority of them don't know that, because they get they get the handouts by you, the fans. What's the point of them trying to express themselves and trying to tell you how they really feel if you do it first? You see what I'm saying? So when you trying to ask a person advice on how to deal with a relationship or how to just talk to somebody and express, just trying to get to know a person, you're doing the wrong thing by talking to somebody that has way more than you. You want to try to come to somebody, like a righteous person who knows how to build and just knows how to do both, build and know how to approach, and trust certain people. Because what's going to happen is when you talk to somebody that has gotten those handouts and just don't know how to think for themselves and let the fans and let the people in front of them think for them, they're going to tell you this is how the dude going to tell you. When you try to come up to him, you be like, hey man, look man, I notice you've been I'm not trying to hate on you or nothing, man. It's just I notice you've been trying to get your stuff situated and stuff, man. I notice all these girls is trying to talk to you. All these girls is trying to and again, I'm not trying to hate on you and stuff, but dude, that's this girl I'm trying to talk to, man. And by you having all these girls talking to you, I'm just trying to see, man. I want to talk to her, but I don't know how to approach her. Like, how do I, like, what do you think I should say to her? What do you think I should say to her, man? And that can be with the girls too, man. I mean, it could, like you a girl, right? And then you probably at work, and all of a sudden there's this guy that you want to talk to, and then you don't know what to say to him because, you're probably shy or you probably haven't dated somebody in a while, and all of a sudden you see a girl that getting all this attention. All these guys is just drilling on her, right? All these guys is just looking at her, just talking to her, being nice to her, buying her gifts and stuff, and they don't even know the chick, man. They just following her around because of her image, man. Now you look at her and you see her looking all nice and stuff, she just got her stuff going on, man. And then you approach her, you be like, hey girl, I don't I hope I'm not trying to bother you and stuff, but I noticed that, you got like something going on with you, and that's cool and everything. But I was wondering if you can help me with something. There's this guy I'm trying to talk to, and I don't know what he's on though. Like, he's been looking at me and stuff too, but I think that's because he noticed I've been staring at him. So I was wondering if you know what to say, like what I should say to him. I mean, I think you would know, right? I mean, since you got all these other people trying to talk to you and stuff, but like, what do you think I should say? And then, regardless of male or female, this is how you have to look at it, man. They most likely gonna tell you that this is what they're gonna tell you, right? Well, this is what the guy gonna tell you. Well, look, man. These girls come up to me, man. It's not no thing, man. I'm just being me. So that's what you gotta do, man. You just gotta be yourself, man. And just let the girl know. Be like, look, dude, I'm just being real with you. But just tell it. But just tell the girl straight up. Be like, look, girl, I've been eyeing on you for a while, and I'm not trying to be in my feelings and stuff, but I'm really feeling you, girl. You, you know, I really do like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just tell her how you really feel. Same thing with the girl. The girl will tell you the same thing. She'll be like, girl, it is what it is. I'm just being me, man. And and these guys just buying me this stuff. I'm not even asking for it, But what you gotta do is, girl, these guys is easy. Just tell them how you feel. Just let them know, like, what's up. Just tell them what's in your heart. See, when people like that say those things to you, and they just telling you to just go with the flow, just let the person know how you feel, just embrace it, just throw everything all at once, man. You're most likely gonna get rejected, because if the person, especially if the person doesn't know you, if the person doesn't know you and you just coming up to them and you'd be like, oh, I like you, this or whatever, and I've been looking at you for a while, you most likely gonna be rejected. Or they might just tell you, look, I appreciate that, I'm flattered and stuff, but I'm all right. And it doesn't mean that they bad people, man. I don't want people to think that they bad people. It's just they not fully aware of who you are, man. So they so they have to get to know you before that feeling and stuff, builds up. That's just how life is. So when somebody tells you, oh, just express how you feel, man. Just tell them how you really feel, and just tell them that you love them, man. At first sight. See, that's a young man talk. He's a dumbass. He hasn't been nowhere. See, love doesn't cure everything, man. That's why a lot of people get rejected, and they confuse the hell out of them. They be like, man, I told her how I feel. Why he or she just push me away? Because you put all eggs in one basket. You make the person feel uncomfortable. That person don't know you, man. Especially the way how this generation is, dude. You can't throw everything in the table all at once, and you just met that person. You don't even know that person's last name, and then you just telling that person, I love you. Don't confuse love with interest. You just interested in that person. You curious to see how things is gonna play out. So when you trying to approach that person, you need to think very carefully of how to do that, man. And then don't take advice from people like that, man. That has all that attention, that has all that popularity and that glamour, dude. First thing you want to do is you want to look at both, look at you and look at the person you're talking to and see the differences. That person got all that attention. That person has all that glamour, and that stuff is being handed out to them. So they can just they can do anything they want, and they'll still be praised for it because they think they're gods, right? But you know better. You not know. You don't got that type of glamour. You got to work for that type of stuff. So by you asking a person like that for advice, you're not gonna get the advice that you need. You want to talk to somebody that's been through the same thing. Now, I'm not saying everybody that has that type of popularity is like that, but majority of them do. How many times have you seen people that just get that type of power of just being known, just being, just getting that type of attention towards people, and by them thinking that they can do whatever, by them thinking that by them being liked by so many fans, there's just so many stuff or whatever that's just approaching them and just saying, hey, I like you, I like your work or whatever, or just by them just looking a certain way, like a man can be handsome or the girl can just look just so fine, and you just getting all this attention. You are going to begin to put your mind aside because you don't got to think anymore. You got everybody coming up to you. So what you're going to start doing? You're going to start being foolish. You're going to start doing things that you in the past won't believe that you're going to do. That's why a lot of celebrities and a lot of even YouTubers, they first start off strong. They first start off giving you advice on how to deal with certain stuff. But then when the fans come in, when the glamour comes in, they don't got to think anymore. Because they already got the fame, they already got the attention. So what's the point of them still trying to try hard if they already got what they want? So that's when they start doing stupid stuff. They start to expose themselves. They start to do things, just very outrageous. They may even say something racial. Have you noticed that? A lot of celebrities and a lot of YouTubers now are beginning to say racial stuff because they're not even thinking anymore. They letting, social media has completely diminished their brain. So you don't want to take advice from those type of people, man. You don't, like I said, you don't know what those people have been through. You have to learn how to go to the right person, study that person, study that person's character, man. And if you know that person is righteous, you know that person has a thing in order, then you talk to that person and see if the advice will match your expectations of how to deal with it. Because love do not solve everything, man. Love can be the beginning and the end and the tragedy of your relationship. These are the things you need to be focused on when it comes to you trying to be with somebody. It's communication, trust, expression in tough times. Now, with the communication, it shouldn't be hard for you to approach somebody and talk to them, man. And I don't mean by, like I said, expressing your feelings, man. That you have to wait on that. You have to let a person prove himself before you say that. If you're interested in that person, the first thing you want to do is talk to them. That's what happens. I mean, when you first meet somebody, regardless of you dating them or you just trying to get to know them, you grow an interest in that person, or you're just curious. So what you want to do is you want to talk to somebody. You want to talk to that person. You talk to them, see what that person's about. See what he and she communication standards is, because you don't want to be with no dumb person, man. I'm just keeping it real. You don't want to be with no dumb dude. You don't want to be with no dumb chick. You don't want to be with no ignorant person either. You want to be with a person that's willing to respect you and willing to, just have a good character, man. So you talk to that person, dude. Communicate with them first. See what that person's about, man. Talk to them about what they do. What their intentions is and stuff. Like, hey, look, how's it going and stuff, just stuff like that. Like, well, what brings you here and stuff, like, just talk about certain things that y'all got in common. That's what you start from. Start from stuff that y'all got in common, but do not roll with that, man. A lot of people just go by what y'all like and y'all roll with it. But then when the negativity and then when the tough times come, which is the phase 4 of what the relationship should be about, because that's just normal. You have to go through tough times for y'all to build. Y'all get shooken up. Y'all don't know how to deal with it because y'all haven't prepared yourself for that type of shit, man. So learn to talk to the person you with first to see what that person's about, so you can be prepared for that type of shit, man. The second thing is trust. When you talk to somebody and you've been talking to them for a while, that's when the interest grows and you begin to throw certain things in your connection to see if that person is willing to be in a trustworthy side. Y'all can, you can ask that person for certain things, or you can just throw certain things at him or her to see if they want to take it. Like, for example, you can bring that person over your house and you can show them some of your belongings or whatever, or you can just give him some of your personal information. See, some people's levels of trust is very interesting. Some people's trust is giving somebody money and paying you back. That's phase 1 that's like the number 1 easiest thing to try to do. But some people, they tell a person that they have an interest in their personal information to see if they would tell anybody else their information, or they'll just bring them over and just show them some of their personal belongings and stuff and just let them know what these things are and how expensive that stuff is, just to see if that person will be in that same level of of righteousness. And that goes both ways, man. If the person is doing the same thing to you, man, that just shows that person is interested in you too. When the person is giving you and throwing you certain things of responsibility, and you take it and you give it back, you're doing good, man. And there's no shame of you turning it down. Like, if a person asks you, hey, look, you want this, you want that, or whatever, and you say no, it's not because that person's not trustworthy. It's because they have their guard up. So that's also a good thing too, man. You on a caution level to see, how the thing would turn out first before you end up, being too comfortable, and that's good. The third thing is expression. Now, when you fully trust somebody, not fully, but when you trust that person in a certain extent, and then all of a sudden you feel as if you're comfortable, and I feel like I can say certain things to this person and do things to this person, you know, just do certain things to with this person without me feeling some type of caution. That's when you express yourself. So when you and that person go on a date, you express to that person, he or she, regardless of gender, of how that person is, you tell that person, you express how what you are, how you do certain things, your hobbies and stuff, and what you like and what you dislike. Now, now by you being the man you are, and a girl is telling you that, I like this, I like that, or whatever. If a girl likes video games, man, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing, especially if you like video games too. But here's the thing, dude, and it's like I said, man. Just because a person has things in common with you doesn't mean it's going to work out. That, people think that we have this in common, we have that in common. We should be straight. Look, man, people believe that that's going to be the case, but it's not, man. Y'all have to go through things, and y'all trust level have to be on point for y'all relationship to grow, and the communication, not what y'all have in common. I mean, hell, enemies have things in common with you. I have things in common. That's why, people that talk crap about you and they just say things about you, they not your enemies, man. They just haters, dude. But your enemies are the people who knows you personally, the people who have things in common with you, that can read you. Those are your enemies. Those are people that has connection standards of how to put you down, man. Those are your enemies, dude. At least in my opinion, because I have enemies like that. But you don't want to be too joyful just because the female or the male have so much stuff in common with you, man, in regards to certain communication standards or just certain things that y'all can just see eye on eye with. If you expressing yourself to that person and that person is not aware of the stuff that you into and willing to give that a shot, that's a good thing, man. It doesn't have to always be about what y'all like and what y'all have in common, man. Sometimes, majority of times, man, relationships grow when y'all try things different. For example, my ex, one of the girls that I was with, she used to be a bodybuilder, and this is before I started working out, and she didn't like the stuff that I was into. She wasn't into video games. She wasn't into, the movies that I watched. She wasn't into none of that stuff, man. But she didn't mind giving that a chance, and it felt good seeing her tune into the stuff that I was into. But by her being a bodybuilder, there were mornings where she would wake me up in the morning, and then just so I could run, just so I could run, down a block with her a few times. And I used to hate waking up in the morning, but when I see her running with me, it made her feel good. It made her feel good that I was with her, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. When you have something in common with a person, it feels good, but it feels a lot. It feels so much great when you don't have something in common with that person. They're willing to take that risk to try it just because you like it, man. It made her feel good that I was running with her, man. It made her feel so much. It made her feel alive, man. And I can tell just by looking at her. I was like, she really wants me to do this with her, man. It's like I said, man, when you have something in common, they already got that connection, man. You feel good, but you don't feel blessed. When somebody is dating you and they notice that you are different from them and they don't mind trying that stuff out with you, that just shows you they don't mind opening to different expressions. So that's what makes it grow, man. When somebody that's not in that same type of level as you, that doesn't mind stepping it up a notch. And the fourth part is, which is my favorite because that's what makes it grow completely, is tough times. You have to go through tough times to make your relationship grow, man. I mean, granted, y'all gonna have tough times, but y'all shouldn't be struggling to the point where y'all are questioning y'all faith in y'all relationship. Only way if y'all question y'all faith is if one of those three parts that I mentioned is not working properly. Y'all just not seeing eye to eye on y'all communication. Y'all having trust issues, and y'all just, being very, very landish of how y'all deal with things. And y'all visuals of how y'all see yourself in a relationship is just not working well. But to make that stuff grow, y'all need to learn to communicate. Y'all need to see eye to eye on how y'all deal with certain things, man. When y'all go through tough times in a relationship, and when y'all get over those situations, that's what make y'all grow. Same thing with trust. Same thing with trust, man. When y'all go through certain things and you trust that person, you trust that him or her will get things situated. And when they do it, it makes your connection with that person more and more valuable. Your expression and just how you feel about that person makes you feel alive, man. Same thing when it comes with tough times. Feel like, for example, you're going through something at work or you go through something with your family and you want to call your man. This is for the females. You want to call your man and you be like, man, like I'm going through so much of this stuff right now, man. Should I call my boyfriend or whatever? Here's the thing. You shouldn't, especially if you haven't dated in a while, because I notice a lot of people that haven't dated in a long while, they like to, it's good to be independent. But if you want to be in the dating world, man, it's not all about you anymore. If you're going through a problem, man, you need to learn how to tell your man what's up. And the same thing to you fellas. Now I notice when you try to throw yourself out there and then you tell a female, hey look, I've been trying to I've been noticing there's been certain things going on with you. And I've been, I'm just wondering if, if you need a hand. And then she tells you, oh, no, I got it. You don't got to worry about me or whatever. And then you just back off. You be like, oh, okay, all right, cool. She don't need me. Dude, don't wimp out, man. Because majority of the time, she could just be testing you to see if you'll stick around. So just throw yourself out there, man. Even if you being, a pest, man, you have to let her know, look, I understand you want to be independent. I understand if you want to be this, you want to be that, you want to try to prove yourself, but look, you already did by being with me. Your problems is also my problems. Same thing with the men. I know that y'all want to be hard because you're a guy, and then you want to show the girl that this is you the guy and stuff, and whenever you go through a problem and stuff or whatever, you want to try to deal with it yourself. Look, man, you need to put that aside and you need to let her help you out, man. Because when you keep pulling her to the side and you keep telling her, look, I got it or whatever, she's gonna feel as if there are gonna be times when she's gonna feel like, well, like Jesus, like if he wants to do everything or whatever, then I'm gonna let him. Or she's gonna start questioning like her value. Like, hey, look, like what's the problem? Like, why you don't want me to help you out in these type of things? Like, do you think I'm gonna get in the way and stuff? You don't want her to feel like that, man. When you go through these problems, you need to let her know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what so when y'all actually go through these things and y'all make it over that lap, it shows you how how capable both of y'all are when it comes to y'all dealing with this relationship, and how much y'all willing to sacrifice and what y'all willing to go through to make it happen. When you put your man or your girl to the side and you deal with the whole thing, you might as well just be single. What's the point of you dating if you try to take care of every single thing? You need to play in both parts. So that's all I'm trying to say, man. I mean, it's good that, you're trying to be independent. But here's the thing, man. If you can buy things on your own and you can try to take care of yourself, that's one thing. But when you're trying to date somebody, you living you're choosing to not live on your own term, man. Because that's supposed to be your better half. I don't know how you want to see relationships, but with me, when it comes to me dating, I try to squeeze out as much as I can to make the relationship work. I try to sacrifice and try to do as much as I can to make the relationship happen. Not one female that I've dated can tell you that I haven't done anything, that I haven't done everything I can to make it happen, man. And that's just the truth. So we getting ready to wrap this whole thing up, man. We got like 1 more minute. So let's go ahead and get this stuff wrapped up, man. I appreciate you brothers and sisters from tuning in. Yeah, man, so I hope y'all guys enjoyed the blog talks. But tune in next time, because I'm going to be talking to you guys about a very important topic, and that's going to be about, it's a relationship tragedy, actually, about dealing with somebody with anger issues. This is Hugo. This has been the Blog Talk Radio, and you guys take care.